We now return to Dialtown, the last chapter.
You two can get right in. Let me know when you need to open the gate. You know, we don't have any money, right? Well, he doesn't. The bills in my wallet have phoneless residence on them, which I doubt your boss would accept. Hey, it's all good. He never has money. He eats gravel and lives on 10 yards from a Swan Vincent pond, so that's kind of a given, you know? He eats what? But I often eat my life, Norm. He got me this job. Saved me from living in a literal dumpster. If he hadn't pushed me to go for this job, well, I never would have realized that I deserved better. I'd probably be incredibly dead by now, in all honesty, lying face down in a pond being pecked by ravenous waterfowl. Oh, well, being a hotline customer is still on the line asking me if I'm feeling randy tonight. Alright, I only got some of that, but it all sounded immensely hellish. Yeah, my sympathy, partner. Thanks, but I don't need that anymore. Thanks to Funingi, I've had time to heal. Heal? Wait. Randy, your bandages, they're gone! Since I don't need to wrangle hostile fettered shredded dinos every day, my hands have had time to heal too, I guess. You don't know how much of a difference you've made in my life, Funingi. I never would have stopped feeling sorry for myself, or realized that my happiness is my own hands without you. Jeez, is there anyone in Dialtown that you haven't helped, partner? This is starting to get borderline ridiculous. Hey, it's no coincidence, Norm. He even gave me a new head for my bandage. Normally, I'd presume that those two words in the wrong way around, but I've seen weirder things today. Oh yeah, no, I was always messing up my greetings at, Here's a fun fact. The first thing I ever said to Funingi was immediate fuck up. Set the bar at an appropriately low level the moment I began talking. And still, Funingi gifted me a new bandage. Made me feel like a sweetheart. Every day, I try to live my life decisively to live up to the bandage's expectations. They say you gotta fake it till you make it, after all. What I'm saying is, Funingi doesn't give up on people. I'm beginning to understand that now, yeah. He's right about himself, you know. It's safe to hope again, Norm, I promise. Alright, enough of that mushy stuff. I suppose you've given me a lot to think about. Come on, let's just go tend to these eggs of yours, alright? Oh, you seem sort of dazed, baby. I'm not a baby, I just can't believe how many lives you've affected for the better is all. Go right inside, fellas. The gate's open when you're ready to go. Will do. It was a pleasure meeting you, Randy. Thank you for the wisdom, friend. Happy trails. Hey, it's no problem. I hope you two find what you're looking for. Randy, you know what we're looking for, and you probably know where we laid them. Fuck, where are the eggs? These are exactly what I'm looking for! Site's been disturbed. Hang on just a moment. Is that a sticky note? Let me see here. One darn! Why'd you just do that? Free slice of cheese, of course. I ate it. There was writing on it, partner. Context. Now we'll never get to know what they said. Well, if they wanted us to read the words, then, well, then maybe they shouldn't have written what they had to say on a slice of cheese. You're a goddamn integrate. Wait, hold it for a jiffy. What did you assume I have my face scrawled onto? Well, it could be cheese in fairness. Which allures me, but you're also armed with a real gun. So I was planning to just wait till you blinked so I couldn't lick it to find out. This is a fleshy phone with a green bumpkin hanging off it. I swear to get. Nice try, bumpkins. Aren't green. Well, okay, granted the rotten ones are. Besides, what kind of clown make the protagonist of the game there's orange? What a Hi, Palos. What's the haps? Oh, speak of the devil, or rather, speak of God. Norm, meet God. God Norm. Howdy, partner. Might have fine day. Learned how to talk like a cowboy from Mikey. Are you serious? You want me to believe that this fellow is God? I'm a God-fearing Christian, you know? Do you honestly think I'd be gullible enough to... Hey, you don't need to be afraid of me, man. I'm as chill as they come. Oh, wait. Ah, shit, I misspoke. You actually should be very much afraid of me. Sorry, my bad. I'm not used to being an active threat. What's up, God? What has you feeling all aggressive today? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, the mayor's looking for you two. Really? The mayor hired you two to come and retrieve us? Yeah, and boy, she must have been a special kind of desperate to have you turn to me of all people. You did this for fuck, I didn't read that again. I hate the fact that I keep skipping dialogue like that. God damn it. So you've got other stuff to do with your time. You're better than this. Nah, I'm really not. Shit, you've got me there. Lord, it's like watching a preschooler negotiate with a particularly crafty stray dog. You know, God, I've never pegged you as a mercenary type in all honesty. Really, it seems like too much effort for you. Well, yeah. Normally, it would be, sure. But, would you believe it? She offered me an entire omelet in exchange for bringing you two fellas to her. I'm seeing Micah tomorrow, and I want to make like a big shot for the boy, TM. Thinks us all have omelets, right? Phoningy. I'm having those murder thoughts of mine again. Thanks for the heads up, Norm. Oh, by the way, hey God, have you seen my eggs? Oh, yeah, sure. Sweet, what's happening, man? I just told me to ask you where you think she's getting the eggs for my omelet from. First I think. Oh, right, yeah, that's, exactly where I would assume she dug around for them too. Right. Yeah, no. She said she's gonna cook your unhatched babies. No, that's like 5 omelets worth of eggs, though. What's she gonna do with the other 4? She said she's gonna slap the rest of them into a big old pot and make herself a massive po' boys gumbo. That's really lame. I hate it when the mayor devours my younglings. Yeah, it's a real bummer, alright. Alright, let's get this over with. I'm gonna quickly tie you both up and then I can take you back to... Hang on just a moment. You're nuts if you think you're just gonna let you hog tie me like I'm some kind of hog. Oh, come on, friend. It won't be that bad. Some people have to pay miles to do this, man. And you're getting them hog tied for free. Mouths? Yeah, that's the plural of MILF. That ain't right. Yeah, huh? What's the plural of wolf then, huh? Wolves, but... What's an acronym? Jeez, it's like I'm talking to Mikey. Strong drawl. Even stronger distance to the plural MILF isn't the fact of mouths. Man, you guys are cool. I'm sorry I'm doing this. Ah, well. Let's get you two all tied up. Fuck, I didn't read that. Nah, it ain't fine. You wanna shoot the I wanna shoot the mayor before she devours your younglings, damn it. Oh, I like the sound of that even better. But no! Shooting the mayor is like violent! He's right, in fairness. That's the entire point. See, while I don't personally care as whether Priscilla Puss lives or die after I get that omelet, the mayor gave me an explicit orders not to let you shoot her in the face, and I really want that omelet. Sorry, fellas. God, this blows! It really does, yes. You suck! You fucking reek, big stupid fucking dog! Thanks, me too. Give me one reason why I shouldn't just shoot you here now. Well, if you shoot me right now, you'll never get to know what I was gonna ask you. Alrighty then. Ask your question then, before my last shred of patience tears away like a wet tissue paper. Hey, bro. Can you spare a dime? I'm sorry, Phoningy. I just gotta! Fuck, I didn't see! He's trying to sell us down to the omelet river for an omelet, partner! He doesn't know any better, Norm. Yeah, I'm just a little weird old creature. I know what I'm doing at all humbug. A second ago, you were telling me that you were God! The God! I'm also God, yeah. Now again, come on, man. Can't you spare a dime if you love me so much? For your information, I don't give panhandlers. Not the terrible type. I take it. Fonini? Not with money, no. Especially not with kindness or feelings. He has his redeeming qualities, allegedly. No, I don't have anything. I'm trying to help you out, you know. Your pal is quite a temper, Fonini. I'd rather temper than be a worthless grifter, partner. The real God would never be this beg from his children. You ever gone to church? Of course. I went to Sunday before I got exiled, as a matter of fact. The church hands around a donation basket every week, pal, courtesy of the big old G himself. Not a cent of which actually ends up in my greasy paws, by the way. So, yet again, I insist. Sure, you can spare but a single dime, my lord. Hey, pal, that means you can conjure matter from thin air. Why not just create some change for your own, huh? Why beg from honest, hard-working folk like me? Hey, I'm Rusty. Last time I created the universe, it instantly exploded. He's right, you know. People are still talking about the Big Bang like trillions of seconds later. Yeah, it was kind of a big deal. Okay, look, I've had enough of this sacrilege. Bigger, you've taken up plenty of our time. We're just gonna mosey over to the mayor and blow her brains out before she manages to get any of my friend's wretched green offspring, alright? Dude, did you just refer to me as your friend? Ah, heck this jazz, if you'll pardon my French. Your friend? I also just referred to your kids as wretched, so don't get too big for your boots, partner. In fairness, they are green and scaly. Yeah, I want boots. Please stop talking. Okay, see, the fact that you've accepted that you're going to the mayor's office now is a real boon for me. But your adamant not letting me tie yous up stick is starting to irritate me. How about I hand you guys a rope? You just tie yourselves up. Nice and easy, and we avoid having the unpleasant encounter, huh? I like that idea. Let's do it. How's about you stop hassling us before I give a gut full of lead? Pal, if you're carrying an amount of human intestines filled with lead, then you're more than fucked up than I know how to deal with. He's pretty fucked up, yes. I meant I'll fill your gut up with lead. Bullets, goddammit! Well, see, if you're gonna use my name in vain, then at least you could do is buy me lunch first. Well, last time, partner, you ain't God, and you stink! Enough! Be not afraid, child. I am God here. One tarnation. This is bigger than you know, green simpleton. This isn't about exiles, eggs, or even society itself. This is about me wanting my fucking omelet! I want that omelet so fucking much for Ninging! I will tear you apart molecule by molecule if you dare stand in my way, you tiny goddamn fool! If I can create all of this useless fucking garbage around us, then I can't wait to watch it burn without feeling anything! Mother of God! That's right, fuckers! I'm going to Old Testament style again! It's omelet time! So this is who I've been sending my prayers to for my whole life? Oh, your prayers were dog shit anyways, and I turned out eons ago! Oh wow, why didn't Dialtown think I'm a good bloke? Oh, why can't I get it up? I'm wearing an erotica hat, I should be as hard as Hey, those are meant to be private! I really hope the hat you're wearing right now isn't your erotica hat! The only person I still listen to are from that Johnny Lincoln kid from Dayton, Ohio! He prays whenever he needs a cool doc to tell me about it. The rest of y'all just use me as a powerful agony aunt. A cosmic mailbox is full to the brim already, thanks. Such rage. God, this isn't you! You've sold out, man. Bullshit! I haven't sold out, dude! You're a giant floating many-faced Simon, God. That's not ideal. Come on, man! Don't do this to me! I created the universe, bro! I shouldn't have to beg for omelets. I shouldn't be at the bottom of the food chain. You're happier at the bottom of the food chain, dude. You get up every day to eat trash. It's your true nature. I mean, ask yourself this. Are you actually having fun right now? Shit, this fucking sucks! God, for Pete's sakes, if you're a rat so for an omelet, I'll make you one! You can cook? I've lived alone for years, partner. You're goddamn right I can fry up an omelet. Good lord, I mean, there's only like 3 steps involved! It's frankly astounding that you can't, given how long you've been alive and kicking. God damn. Alright then, so if I'm understanding this right, the mayor's willing to give me an omelet for catching you two and bringing you to her, and you'll give me an omelet for doing literally nothing. Nothing wins! Yay, an activity! An extra for life, baby! I'ma just take the dog food you paid me and show up for stupid meetings and vamonos. That's great, but aren't you afraid to double-cross her? Oh, please. That's what she's gonna do. Take away your dog food and send you to jail? Who cares if I get sent to jail? They served me the same chow there anyway. Alright then, Foingy. Looks like we've got ourselves some eggs to wrangle, huh? Alright, about that. Before I go, might as well let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. Your eggs are fine, my dude. Furor has them. Oh, of all people who would have gotten them, it has to be that guy! Oh, so you're familiar with the egg-clutching vermin then? I guess you could say that we have a history, yes. Huh. So, if what's-his-face has him, then why in tarnation did you tell us that the mayor was gonna eat him then, huh? I don't know, man. She told me to. She figured you'd cooperate better if you thought she had to use it by the balls, I guess. No, see, our first instinct was to kill you with an even greater amount of haste than when you had told us that. Yeah, no, she's floundering, my dude. Her plan's in literal shambles. I like how her entire thing is crumbling apart, and I'm not even trying to do that. I mean, why do you think she hired me of all people to come get cheese? I like how 2 out of the 3 things we had to solve was literally just having this dude next to us going, I'm gonna shoot you if you do that, and then they'd fucking walk away. Man, it's true what they say about America. Carry a gun and all your problems solved. Like, you guys don't even have to speed walk at this point. There's no urgency. Take a stroll. Lick some of the broken glass on the pavement. You know, you 2 have tongues under there. Go nuts! You know? Thanks, partner. I suppose I'll see you around, especially since you're apparently everywhere. You think I'm everywhere? I'm barely here right now. Don't worry about your flushy little login about tracking me down. I'll come find you next time. I'll forget about that omelet. Ciao! You know, some days I often find myself wondering why a loving God would leave my prayers unanswered, but now... Well, now I reckon that I might have actually been blessing in disguise. Exactly. He would have given you a lousy advice had he answered. You're goddamn right he would have. He would have just told me to eat trash or something to that effect every time. Oh, or something is redundant here. That's exactly the advice he'd given you. And that, give the Lord change please, baby. How in tarnation can't you read but still have enough sense to use the word redundant in a proper manner? So, about that Furor fella the bum mentioned. You mean God? It's much easier for me if I just pretend he ain't God. Fair, continue. You mentioned that you and this Furor fella have some kind of history. After the tone of your voice, I gather y'all didn't expect to frolic and pick daisies together. Alright, yeah, Furor's this zookeeper over at the Dialtown Zoo. He's kind of a bitch. I used to live there, you know, inside one of the enclosures. You lived in a zoo of all places? I mean, I do live in a tent now. If there was a handy-dandy ranked list of places for cryptid folks to reside in, the zoo would definitely be the least of the notch or 2 below your tent, if you ask me. At least your average tent is specifically intended to house a human life inside you know? Living in a zoo enclosure is just degrading. You're telling me I spent quite a while in there. Boy, I can only imagine. How'd they even get you willingly to stay there and for that long? Well, I didn't have much of a choice, did I? I didn't... Hang on. Yeah, we're allowed to leave when you wanted to. Right, partner? Son of a... I'm gonna fucking kill him! No, it's fine. I think we have bigger things in our minds right now. Right now, this is the only thing on my mind. I didn't serve in the Air Force to watch my friends get shot down and fight for freedom, just for folks like him and the mayor to strip it away for folks like us whenever they feel like it. It just brings my blood to boil seeing folks getting their freedom for their humanity stripped away. It ain't just, partner. Relax, Norm. My eggs aren't in danger. Roars, yeah, he's a bit much, but let's put it bluntly, the creeps are completely obsessed with me. Those eggs aren't in any danger, quite the opposite. I know for a fact he's just gonna try to hatch them. No! That's even worse than having them smash them into pieces. How? Them hatching is, the best possible outcome, right? Surely you don't want his kids hatching in captivity for the first memories of them to be in imprisonment. You're a father now, Funingi. It's your duty to ensure your kids have a better life than that. Well, someone's awfully anal about my past all of a sudden. You really think so? Is that even a question? It ended up with a question mark, so yeah. Look, exile's bad, because being told you can't go somewhere you should be able to call home is obviously dehumanizing. But being told you can't go anywhere but the confines of a dingy little cell? Screw dehumanization. Most critters don't deserve that sort of treatment. Even most of the garbage ones, such as pelicans and the like. Okay, you're right, thanks. Drop the pelicans thing. I agree to disagree on the pelicans thing, specifically fuck pelicans. Imagine being able to use your mouth as a bucket and not being prematurely grateful for it. Bastards. Alright, hey, back in your time, did pelicans bite, pre-dial-up? They sure as hell did, yes sirree. They had mouths back then, instead of, buckets. They have buckets heads now. And fairly shit tier of critters. Well and truly. Oh, speaking of shit tier bird creatures. My friend Randy used to be bitten by swans every day. It was like his thing. What sort of heads do those things have now? Paper shredders. Dear God! The phone pope should have that man canonized as a saint for his service to humanity, keep the Dialtown safe from the menace known as Swan Khan. Now, he didn't do much to keep us safe. He was more of a distraction, I guess. A tutor for swans. Jeez, and I reckon I had it bad. Oh, question. What was Bigfoot's head like pre-dial-up? Much like the rest of his body, it was composed of 100% bona fide thin air, seeing as Bigfoot didn't even exist. Bigfoot is real and we dated. He's wonderful. Bigfoot ain't real, and I simply refuse to budge on this. Most of the world probably would think you aren't real, I mean, I'm real, aren't I? Okay, disagree. Actually, that's true. They don't think you're real. Yeah, because the mayor tried to have my existence covered up. I mean, you could have just hitchhiked somewhere else, right? Downtown is right next to a highway. I don't think she really cared about you being seen on the slightest. Fine, man. I guess by all accounts, I shouldn't exist. But I ain't as much as a freak as I am a product of freak happenstance, Normality is relative. What's mundane to you is, well, you have a flesh head and you personally met clowns. Hey, just because clowns existed back in time doesn't mean they were considered mundane nor normal. We had to invent a whole word for people who were afraid of clowns, and then almost never used it because that happened to some of pretty much all humanity, Alright. Look, I know the clowns died in vainly because standing up for our country's freedom and whatnot, but they will not be missed by Sergeant Norm Allen, no siree. So clown talk aside, Bigfoot is delightful and indeed does exist. Bigfoot ain't real. And it'd be rotten, friend, traveling companion, if I let you continue thinking that he was. I know Bigfoot better than you. I know you, dude. Did you just say that we were friends a second time? Nah, you must have been hearing things, partner. Fuck. Norm, they will not be missed. Norm, stop. Get wrecked, Norman! Oh yeah! I forgot that thing even fucking existed! I was told about this in the comments, and I still forgot! Gosh darn! Ha, see, you said it! Chatlog doesn't lie! Wait. Man, do I really talk like that? Yeah, I've been meaning to ask. Are you just, like, allergic to any kind of positive character development? I'm still working on myself. I'm hoping to gain enough weight to develop the gout soon, as a matter of fact. That's not what I meant by... Why would I even wanna? I think I'd be honest if we just made for the zoo. For another one of those damn cat goons shows up to kick us in the shins or something asinine in that effect. Come on, Funinging. We've got us some eggs to wrangle. By the way, I'm gonna be splitting up this episode into like 4 or 5 parts because this is so damn long that I'm not gonna be able to edit this in time. Alright, what's our game plan? I say we walk in and grab the eggs. That's the plan? Well, if we don't grab the eggs, how are we supposed to get them out of here? I mean, we're hardly accounted for facing any resistance, are we? What about security? The maroon enclosure's got a padlock. Now, we're safe. I'm afraid I don't understand. 0605 2006. Never forgetty. Buningi, what the fuck are you talking about? Ah, this is what I see. 2 rapscallions here to pilfer my mayorally assigned bounty, no doubt. What tarnation is he saying? Why does he have a mustache on a phone head? Norm, relax, it's normal. This is all established ages ago. Not for me, it wasn't. Why does he have a... Norm, shh, it's okay, I'll handle this. Shh, there we go, quiet time. Now allow me. Him. For all you are, bastard man! I command you to give me my children back this instant. Relinquish your shield, spawnlings? I think not! Fuck! This is all I had. Alright, now low-key here, partner. Egads! So the mayor wasn't just exhaling copious amounts of hot air, as I'd previously assumed. A normie. In the flesh. Who in tarnation are you calling a... Now, the normie doth protest too much, methinks. What in the fuck is a doff? Call me that again and I'll make you eat that mustache of yours, zebra boy. Perhaps I was foolish to expect a frontier bumpkin and a brute to be familiar with the most gifted playwright, Will-Line Ringspear. Will-Line Ringspear? For crying out loud, for his name was William Shakespeare and his plays were agonizing to sit through. Gonna have to side with Norm on this one, Theo. Personally, in my opinion, I can't fucking read. So, yeah. Don't quote asinine old literature to me, partner. I was there when granted a small amount of it was written. My, aren't you just a marvel of biology, but also of history? What we as a species, what I could learn from you. Norm, I have a plan. I'll try words first, gun second. Fair enough, we'll return to my idea later then. Look, I'm gonna talk straight here, as it happens to be the only way I speak. You're a monster, partner. Taking away the monotony of sentient beings, good folk like my pal Fonini here. It ain't right. It ain't American. God bless America! Well, that's one of your way of saying things, I suppose. Say, is that a nasty suit you happen to be donning? And donning superbly, I must say. Tell me, cowboy. Was it so American for NASA to discreetly hire Nazi scientists en masse following the Second World War? Also, he could send a metallic phallic vanity project to an orb-shaped mass of cheese into outer space. That doesn't accept... It wasn't about vanity, friend. It was about our country's pride. Also erasing the Stalin man to the moon. We were showing the freedom could reach the deepest depths of the weary universe, even outer space itself if need be. Does pretending that our holders care about freedom and ignoring the atrocities committed by this very nation help you sleep at night, Normie? Oh, you're the one to talk about dirty consequences, Whiskers. Look, if you want to slap on iron bars around a sleepy half-sentient tapir, then be my guest partner. That's your right as an American citizen. But, locking up folks here like my pal Faningi just cause they don't look the same as you? That makes me go for seeing red, white, and blue to just red. The eggs, Mustachio! Hand him over, before I shoot these whiskers right off your face. Ha! You call that pea shooter a firearm? Now this is the gun you could say bully to. Fuck, he's got a big gun! That's one big gun, Norm! It's a lever action. Looks to be an 1873. Big gun! Yes, Phoningy. Big gun. Well then, Miss Chairs, it would seem that I'm the only party here with an adequate firepower needed to make demands. So, to resolve this conflict, I'll extend an olive branch and offer up the most equitable bargain. If you wish to remain your younglings, Phoningy, why, I think I could arrange that. Arrange what now? A luxury enclosure, one with ample room for you and your younglings to romp, roam, and prance around and frolic around in. I would give almost anything to study your parental instincts up close. Fat chance, feel fuck, I'm gonna put cigars in your baby just to spite you. Holy shit. Well, you gotta get them started on tobacco early, man. The earlier it starts, the earlier they die. What the actual fuck, Phoningy? Norm, I was bluffing. Were ya? No, not really. I'll just leave that up to witness interpretation. Can't we hear this so long? I've got exactly 5 unattended shelled life bombs presently under the warm embrace of my heat lamp to return to. You know, that reminds me, I wanted to ask you, why did the mayor give my ex to you? It's not like her to give anyone anything for absolutely nothing. A most absurd observation, Green One. You see, the mayor inducted me to the Mingling, her League of Concerned Citizens too. You mean her enlisted secret society? No, you have it all wrong, friend. You see, the Mingling is actually a... Yeah, no. Spare us to spiel half-paint ratting you out. Rat rapscallion! Whatever the case, I made myself quite useful to the mayor, you see. The eggs were just payment I received for doing the little favor for her. Decisively roaming a different rogue element from Dialtown. Rogue elements? Why, yes. The return of my escaped mystery exhibit, of course. You don't mean... Who else? Why, the elusive Sasquatch, of course. Back in captivity where he belongs. You fiend! Release him at once! Firstly, Bigfoot does not exist. He does! I've met him, Norm! And I happen to own him. And you're a right bastard for it. And secondly... Why did you get this more upset at learning that this fella supposedly captured Bigfoot compared to, say, your children? And my kids were kind of overrated. I'm ready to move things along. Well, me and Bigfoot go way back, you see. Hey, I can be upset at both. You should never be more concerned about Bigfoot than your kids, Phoningy. I admit, Bigfoot, those little fuckers haven't even hatched yet. I am so tempted to go down the furry route. That's your opinion, but I would respect it, even if I don't agree with it. Ooh. Unbelievable. All's fair in love and zoo, in love and zoo, Norman. Lord, give me strength. You can't. What kind of zoo would even house a supposed Sasquatch alongside you, of all things? Isn't this sort of place only meant for animals? Aha! I see what it is that you're covertly getting at. Mon ami. Please, don't assume I wish to cast you out just because you aren't in... the family way. A chance to study Normie up close, why? I found myself shudering with anticipation as I consider every notion of getting to do so. There's like a goddamn chance I'm waiting to hand our freedom over to the likes of you. I've got my piece locked and loaded, partner, and I've killed more flies than any other poor bastard I've ever known. If you can find a faster shot than me anywhere in the country, I'll eat my head. But wait, your head has the U.S. flag on it. Wouldn't devouring the flag be treasonous? Quite you. I must say, I'd advise against that, back friend. I think you'll find the reflexes to be quite impeccable. Why, I periodically shoot this rifle whilst I slumber. He's telling the truth, unfortunately. He shot like 14 tapers through the wall. But I have, yes. Why, this whole place is it's a goddamn madhouse! Shooting tapirs for walls like a fish in a barrel. You're no hunter, and certainly no man of science. Now then, now, that's verifiably untrue. I'm wearing an astronaut suit, partner. I reckon I understand science, thank you very much. Right, but you're also a cowboy hat and a cowboy hat with an American flag on it. The hat wearer of choice of men who despite fancy smancy science and shoot at healthcare. Please stop helping. Well, it's true, bastard. Look, I don't need to be a scientist to see that this place is nothing more than a graveyard of genuine misunderstanding. Do you honestly think that you can judge a creature's non-natural behavior for an observation point outside a cramped concrete cell? None of this is scientific in the slightest, and frankly, well, you're an integrate, partner. Plain and simple. Why, never. I've done a share of field work, and I'll have you know. Why, I insist of wrangling every creature that I've on display myself. There isn't one wretched beast confined within my walls I haven't personally socked right in the jaw. Even the bastards in the crocodile enclosure? Indeed, and untranquilized too. What in the tarnation? What in the tarnantulation? You're not just an integrate, you're out of your goddamned mind! Wait, Phil, how are you still so limby after wrestling Crocs? Shouldn't you be missing at least a few of those? Monsieur, have you ever heard of a man hand transplant? Right, settled, thanks for nothing. Your zoo serves no purpose. It only stands to give men like you an excuse to strip feed them from anything you find lesser than yourself. But what of the children? Little Billy will strangle your lemurs if you give him the free reign of the place. No! I was referring to the non-lost causes. As you know, Dialtown is a thoroughly uninteresting place. The zoo, while it granted may not be perfect, is a slice of that which is exotic here in our dull backwater town. And a way to bring adventure to Dialtown's susceptible youth. Uh-huh. And how has attendance been lately? Even with free entry as of late, I've struggled to attract seemingly any guests at all. But the people will come. Theo, my dude, this place is depressing. By capturing these animals and sealing them away, can't you see? You're hoarding the adventure all for yourself. If you had to go out and wrangle these animals yourself, to seek your own adventure, shouldn't the rest of Dialtown? Huh. Surprisingly well said, Flinking. I can't believe Why, you are just right. You're right on the money. It's town. The reason it's gone soft, not unlike the underbelly of a beached turtle is because of yours truly. In my haste, my well-intentioned adventurous instincts, I fattened, nay, spoiled Dialtown's appetite, quenching this town's wondrous lust, depriving Dialtown's fair populace of an adventure of their very own. Well, no more. I, for a rust belt, will tear down the walls of this wretched institution brick by brick if I must. I will painstakingly separate brick from mortar, all in the name of adventure. Sure, and I'll take that. Oh dear God, you just gave him a bigger gun, fucking Christ! Finally, some real firepower. Ahem! Oh, right, heh. Sorry, partner. I'm a simple man with the simple pleasures. And a lever-action rifle's what I like to call a universal pleasure. Anyhow, I believe you owe us some eggs, Dashy McGee. Ah, yes! 5 calcium-coated green bowling balls coming right up. What is it popping out of? My babies! Papa's here, babies! I shoved those eggs up my ass, you know. Alright then, it is now time to render this wicked institution inoperable. Are you just gonna open the cages and let the varmints run outside free then? My visit, Massad's obscure friend, where's the adventure to be had in that? I will breach this penitentiary walls with my dynamite. Do you just have dynamite laying around all willy-nilly? Yes, Norm. Obviously, he just has dynamite laying around willy-nilly. And with that, I bid you adieu. Farewell, my beloved penitentiary. Oh, you had a fucking stroke at that last part. Jesus fucking. Ah! You okay, Norm? No, I'm pretty fucking far from. That mustache fella could have at least given me a warning for you. Doesn't he know that I have ears under there? Hey, I do too. Granted, my hearing's been less sensitive since I burnt my eardrums out. How on earth did you manage that? Stared up to the sun for too long. Took the can opener to the side of my head. What? Why would you? One of the beans inside my head. You! So, you lived under that deranged fellow for how long exactly? Long enough! Lord, I can only imagine. You know, I could tell if I respect you more for seeing what you've lived through up close, or just fear you a little now. How'd you even survive in a place like this? Believe it or not, you can make a sling for broken limbs out of duct tape. Surviving actually comes quite naturally to me. I can do it all the time. You can make it through almost anything if there's something to reach for. It's a lot harder with that one, ain't it? Is that? No, it couldn't be. Is it? Boninging? What are you talking about? Bigfoot! Hell yeah, Bigfoot, my darling, it's you! Holy shit! That's fucking Bigfoot! What the fuck? Shh, baby, it's okay. This is Norm, he's a friend. Yes, baby, he's an ally of the Squatch. Oh, that's a paper bag. It's covering up Norm's face. Isn't that right, Norm? Was Bigfoot just a real the whole time without me knowing? Why didn't anyone try and tell me? I told you numerous times. But that doesn't count somehow. It counts, baby, it counts. It's sprinting amen. How an eternalization has he evaded capture for God knows how long. Okay, let's all calm down. Bigfoot, come out from behind your hands. There we go, baby. Now the other one. A minute ago, we were negotiating with the mustachioed zookeeper holding the rifle, and now we're coaxing Bigfoot from out of behind of his own hands. Yes, get with the program already. Okay, this isn't like that weird. This is surreal, and that in a word I've had to use to describe any part of my life before I visited this godforsaken town. There we go. See, Bigfoot? Norm familiar. Norm friend to Squatch. Remember Noses Bigfoot? From before the dial-up? He's one of those fellas, Bigfoot. He's got lips. Why'd you tell him that for? Now you're making it sound like I want to kiss him. Well, do you? Don't be rude, dude. Be not cool. I am entirely within my God-given rights to not want us face hug Sasquatch. Don't let me using male pronouns throw you off. Well, I haven't personally inspected, Bigfoot could be biologically female is all I'm saying. Are you Bigfoot? No. Don't do this to me. You can't do this to me, Foringing. I mixed up enough without having to envision a world where me and Bigfoot are capable of breeding. See, I just mentioned lips. Now you're the one talking about fucking Bigfoot. Why you? Norm, please keep your voice down. He's easily startled. You must approach him gently with an apple in your outstretched palm, not unlike with the wild horse. Lord, this is weird. This is all somewhat less weird for Bigfoot, I'm sure. After all, he also lived through a time when folks like you existed and frolicked around freely. To him, you are normal. Huh? Plus, you know, Bigfoot is very familiar with who I am, of course. Alright, forget my Mako tact, but I've gotta ask. How in tarnation are you acquainted with Bigfoot of all folks? Yes, Bigfoot. What we have is indeed a very special and whimsical. You see, Norman, long story short, I once tried to domesticate Bigfoot. How would that work when you're completely feral? Yeah, see, that was but one unworkable obstacle of many. The biggest one being, this is Bigfoot we're talking about. So, you're the one who taught him to keep his cool around humans then, alright? Nah, he had plenty of experience with humans already, I presume. That can't be right. You fought in the Korean War, right? How's your Korean? I can speak it passably years ago, I suppose. If you can learn a language dropping bombs from planes, Bigfoot could sure as hell learn about humans sprinting through the nation's forests and national parks. Who knows, maybe Bigfoot even managed to learn a few human words. If so, did you think he'd understand things like human profanity, or would those words be Greek to him? Good question. Do you know what fuck, Bigfoot? Don't phrase it like that. You're playing with fire when you ask Bigfoot stuff like that. At least tie him into a post for a bit, or put a collar at least on him for you asking a question like that, please and thank you. Whoa, a moment ago you were talking about freedom! Someone's a wee bit hypocrite, ain't they? First of all, that ain't natural sounding to use the term ain't. Secondly, for your information, my moral compass ain't calibrated for a world where Bigfoot just happens to be running amok in my immediate vicinity. Ooh. So, can he speak? Well, no, not really. Not really? What do you mean by not really? Well, you see, I tried to teach him to speak fluent English, but when he wasn't getting it, I kinda got fed up and immediately gave in. Moved on, put a necktie on him, and tried to get him to successfully operate a toaster. Ooh. Yeah, Bigfoot was an unmitigated disaster. Bagels should not glow, nor hum faintly upon taking them out of the toaster. But he almost figured it out, Norm. And what the hell, I might as well ask, Bigfoot? Do you have any wisdom you'd like to impart on us? Something you learned from me, perhaps? Oh, please! Like he's just gonna... Not sure what that means, but oh, him! Me good. Bigfoot good. You good. You good as are. Okay, there you go, sprinting off into the woods. Huh. Do you think he decided to leave that moment because he sensed he was no longer needed? That his work here was done? Nah, he just sort of does that. Huh. You know, I have to admit, I'm a tad surprised. Actually, nah, referring to how I feel right now as simply being surprised, be like calling the twister that sucked up your light breeze. Is that a country expression or like... Look, when we met, I figured you were talking about helping folks with nothing more than manipulative horse shit. That you were nothing but a green charlatan trying to sucker me into letting you use and all, and then discarding me like this country had. But you helped raise Bigfoot's self-esteem. Is there even a word in the dictionary for the kind of good deed where you give Bigfoot a helping hand? There certainly ain't one in the Bible, that's for damn sure. I'm sure there is, dude. It's a thick book. It's likely in there somewhere. Is there anyone in this town you haven't helped? I can think of one. It's not too late for you, you know. It's never too late. Look, you got your eggs back. Whoop-de-doo, bud. Well, the mayor still has it out for us. We've bested her goons, sure, but consider the lengths she's gone to trying to take us down. What I'm trying to say is, I don't reckon this is gonna end with a peaceful heart-to-heart. We don't have to forfeit the happy ending that we deserve. Look, I don't want to mislead you. You're a nice guy, Funganingi, but you helped a lot of people. I ain't like you, and the mayor certainly ain't anything like you. What are you saying? I'm saying that I don't want to implicate ya in this, and ya in all this any more than I already have. Our deal was for us to partner up till we reach the mayor, make catface and nothing more. Let's just step aside when we reach the mayor. Let me and her just sort our business out on our own. Unlike me, you ain't too deep in all this just yet. I don't want you to pay for the price what I finally realized I need to sort out once and for all. And for whatever it's worth, I'm grateful that you brought me back here. That you went through the trouble helping good folks of Dialtown, just because you felt like it. If Dialtown had more folks like you and your friends walking around, I wouldn't have turned a blind eye as long as I did. We should get moving, I reckon. Thank God he does not know the timeline where I gave Bigfoot a gun and he shot me. Are you taking Thoreau's rifle with you? Nah. Thinking about it further, I think it's best if I just use my single action for what I've got to do. When every 100 of a jiffy marks the difference, 20 life and certain death, I think it's probably the best to stick with what's familiar to you, you know? I dropped it at her feet back when the dynamite went off. You want to grab it? You're goddamn right I'm taking it. Take the rifle. I'll pass. I can't be trusted with such power. Well, fair enough. I suppose a failure on his own limit's better than anyone else, huh? Come on, Funingi. Let's clear out of this crackling cesspit that's crawling with critters. Gargle foam loudly. This better be the final area because I'm starting to think this is never gonna end. Well, this isn't much of an improvement. I'm genuinely surprised that it's gotten this bad. I'd reckon the zoo's walls would have just shielded Dialtown from even some of the raging inferno that riled up the animals. What walls? The ones that just exploded? Fair point. At any rate, there's only one thing left for us to do. Get to the town hall and confront the damned mayor once and for You stitched together sloth! You versatile villain! Well, look who it is. I've been waiting a long time for... Out of my way, freak! This is between me and the green one! Excuse me. Me, but I thought, is it Norm your nemesis? Why, that pistol-wielding ingrate? My nemesis? My office is full to the brim with hippos and fire! Do you even know the full extent of what you've done? Okay, the flaming hippos aren't news to me, admittedly. You've torn apart the social order of Dialtown, the society that I so tirelessly cultivated like a depraved dog and a mangler. Listen here, Missy. My friend ain't here to pick a fight with you. I am. I've been itching to teach you a lesson for a long time. Oh, that's rich! The bumming hit from bumfucking nowhere is going to teach the mayor of Dialtown a lesson! No, you're nothing to me. Before today, you hadn't entered my head once since the day I kicked you out to the curb. Just as I planned, you spent every day after exile from Dialtown camped in the wilderness, stewing in your own bitterness like the penitent toddler stuck in time out. But him? Me? You! I should have torn your head from the shoulders and held it to the next state, just like the others suggested. But should have filled you with full of lead so you'd have a set of metal detectors in Minnesota. Oh, you! It was all going exactly as planned. Every one of my specifications diligently met, and then you dragged him back to town after years of sulky inactivity, divided and deterred my best goons. And now the whole city has been set ablaze. Years of planning, all disintegrated in a single crime spree. And for what? All of the deranged monster who can't tell where he's not wanted. Now, Missy, if you want to pick a... Norm, how are you not getting this? I don't care about you. Frankly, it's beyond laughable that you somehow think you're in the loop, that you understand why any of this is happening. You're a pathetic little man, Norm, and you want me to consider you a significant variable in this? After you just spent the last 3 years of your life licking your wounds in the middle of bumfucking nowhere too afraid of me to strike back? You're nothing! And if you want a freak, you wouldn't stand out to me at all! Oh, so I'm the freak! Someone clearly can't see further than their whiskers. You're as strange as they come, Missy. Difference is, you got to boss others around, tell the honest folks of this town what they have to consider normal. There ain't nothing normal about you, though. No siree. None of this has anything to do with what I consider normal, you bagged cretin. This is how downtown is meant to be. My grandfather's vision. Yeah, well, unlike you, I've actually met your grandpappy. I knew Callum Crown. The real Callum Crown. Not the face plastered onto the postcard that you've been clutching for all these years. Hell, I saw the Dialtown that you were trying to recreate with my own eyes. The Dialtown of today ain't nothing but the soulless husk of what it once was. And you're a soulless husk of a leader too, unfit to carry Crown's name or lead his city. Back in our day, pussycats weren't left in charge of whole cities. Excuse me? I've reinvigorated this town, revitalized it. This town has grown, developed, blossomed because of my vision, my leadership. I am the blood that flows through this town's veins. I've earned my place here. Yeah, and I soared both smoke-filled battlefields and forsaken war zones for this country. Hell, even jetted off into space for all Uncle Sam. I forged new frontiers, sacrificed my old life for my country. And now, thanks to you, I've gone from jettisoned bombs to aircraft to being the one jettisoned. Some things I've got for my service, eh? I could say the same for your grandpappy's service to our country. Festering away an old nursing home without a single memory left in the head of his. He deserved better. You think I don't know that? All of this I'm doing for him! Bullshit! None of this is for him. Throwing trash like me and flinging out a Dialtown, having your mug replaced with a replica of his old cat's face. You really think any of that's gonna make Pawpaw be able to love you more than he still can? I'm trying to make him remember, damn it! I'm trying to make him remember who he was, what he did for the world! I've done everything that I could think to make him remember. I've taken him to locations around town that would recognize, brought him to other people who knew him. Even God wasn't able to fix what was broken inside Papa's head. Hell, even my head molded to exactly the specifications to resemble his old cats. The day after they took the bandages off, I visited him in the nursing home. And I was so sure that he'd remember, that I'd see some life in him once he saw my face, the face of his old cat again. But no. As I sat beside him, clutching his hand with mine, my grandfather wouldn't even look at me. He was gazing at something outside. Something frolicking around nearby, just outside his bedroom window. Papa was so transfixed that he wouldn't even glimpse at me. Do you know what he was staring at instead? What? You! Rummaging around, eating from the open trash cans in a nearby alley just outside his window. I've got my whole face reconstructed just to see that old man smile, and he wouldn't even look at me. Instead, his gaze consumed by a trash-eating savage sauntered outside. You tumor, you pox, you parasite! This isn't my fault! I was so close! My final chance to recreate this postcard! Do you remember it? Is this supposed to mean something to me? I've shown you this before! You really don't care about anyone else, do you? This is Dialtown, as it was in 1966, day of the dial-up. I've tried my hardest to recreate the uptown from this time, using the image on this postcard. But you've been a perpetual thorn in my side since the very moment I first became aware of you. One day, I decided to take him to the park, and we spotted your tent, a burlap blemish on the landscape. I tried recreating this photograph, amassed a crowd in uptown, and to take the place of one shown in the postcard. I hoped that he'd step into frame, take this place in front of the crowd. Only to realize that the cinema had been covered into a horror attraction, throwing the whole image off. Apparently, you had an hand in that Oliver's Root classic. Man, remember when we went to Oliver's Root like 4 episodes ago? Maybe 5 or 6 now that this is 4 hours long. What does that even mean? You because of you, I had to drain that Dickens geezer with the doctoring legal ramifications for unauthorized site alterations just to get him to revert the outside of that ghastly attraction to its former appearance. The next time I passed through Uptown, the front of the bank was plastered with help wanted signs because the bank's ruptured reliable teller often left on a whim without giving proper notice. Sure enough, as it turned out, you had a hand in that too! It was you! It's always you! I've strived tirelessly to try and establish natural order and cultivate better, no, a perfect Dialtown. Only to have you ruin it every time! What? So, cause he was in the wrong place at the wrong time whenever you wanted to recreate your very little photograph, he had to just leave town? Mighty fine leadership on your part there, Missy. None of this was personal, you cretin! Not at first! Just like you, funding was nothing more than a problem that needed to be steamrolled. Something in my way. But no! You resisted each and every attempt I made to resolve this peacefully, to remove you without using force. And when I tried that, you burned my city to the ground! Hey, I didn't start the fire! I didn't start the fire! It was I who started my furores, my... I just indirectly influenced things that led to the town catching fire. What I did was probably like the manslaughter equivalent of arson, you know? Legally, I'm probably not to blame. Legally? I don't care about the... I am the law! Pudding is a free citizen, Mizzy. He has as much of his right to live here as anyone else. He isn't costing just anyone else a chance to come back. This is my grandfather we're talking about. The visionary who changed the world, the greatest man to have ever lived. You want me to sacrifice the last shot? I have to bring him back? All for a worthless parasite? He's done more for this Dialtown than you ever have. This worthless parasite has aided your people, Missy, and risked the lives of your most downtrodden citizens. All while you rob the citizens of this town blind, using your hard-earned dollars to line your pockets, you and your caliber. Things ain't gonna get better for this town till you're the one who's out of the picture. You have no idea what you're talking about! This backwater town would be nothing without me! You think these backwater hicks would do anything without me? That Dialtown would have a future without my guidance? They need governance! Do you really see what your own citizens that way? Oh, your grandpappy would have hated you. I'm going to fucking kill you! And when I'm done with you, I'll move on to your green friend and spit him out in front of the whole town! I'm going to pick each and every stitch out of his head and with my claws and send each and every one of them to my enemies. So they'll know what happens when nobody's like you to mess with the Mayor Mingus crown. Now hang on just a... You've ruined enough lives, Missy. You're out of chances, out of time, and shit out of luck. I'm putting you down, here and now. No, wait! You fool! I have cat-like reflexes! I could leave faster than a bullet. I could leave the barrel of your gun. You'd miss, and then I'd gouge your eyes out with my razor-sharp claws. Do you honestly think you can leave faster than a speeding bullet? You're out of your goddamn mind. Norm. Go ahead, try. Make my fucking day. You'd miss. I don't miss. So, here we are. Together we departed, and together we periginated. Pregnant? No, I added my eggs back in Act 1, don't you remember? Ah shit, am I pregnant again? Funingi, it's a pleasure, as always. Oh hey narrator. I feel like we haven't talked in a while. Truth be told, I haven't had much to say since you met Norm. Well, I haven't had much to say rather. I suppose I was more useful back when you were a hermit, and didn't care about anyone else. You know, back when you didn't have anyone else to keep you from wandering into oncoming traffic. But now look at you. Dare I say you've blossomed. I have? You have a family, Funingi. A dysfunctional one, granted. And yes, one full of people weren't actually related to in the slightest. And sure, okay, one of them happens to be Bigfoot. But as they say, a family which happens to contain Bigfoot is still by definition a family. You've come a long way, Funinging. Whoa, epic. Oh hey, you're good at explaining things, right? Apparently so, yes. So what's going on right now? I'm not following any of this, to be honest with you. Are you? No one's gonna kill Mayor Mingus! That is, unless she is in fact able to leap out of a speeding bullet. In which case she's gonna gouge his eyes out and claws before he can reload. Huh. Are we going to just stand here and let this happen? Well? Huh? This is it! Speak up, Funinging! The ending of the story is in your lime-hued hands! Yeah, alright, here we go! Norm!
Funinging, this ain't a good time. We can talk once
Norm! Don't shoot, please, don't miss! Oh, come on! Let Norm pull the... No, listen, I would love to do the other ending. I would fucking love to. But I've been recording for 4 hours. It's 3 a.m. I just want this done with. Please, Norm, don't shoot.
Pardon? Do you seriously think I'm gonna back down this far into our into my journey?
I was really hoping so, yeah. But Norm, together we departed.
Funinging, can't you see? I'm doing this for you. For all of Dialtown. This town doesn't have a hope in hell of surviving under this cat's paw.
This town has survived the test of time, and that's precisely because of me. Without my grandfather's leadership, this town would have been nothing more than a glorified truck stop.
I've been biding my time for long enough.
When Papa comes back,
he ain't coming back! You're unfit to lead, unfit to serve. You've been retired, like it or not.
Norm, don't do this.
I'm not letting this cat-faced charlatan just take your only home away from you. Let her take away from Dialtown.
Are you really gonna do this just for me? You're better than this, dude. Come on.
None of this is even remotely about me anymore, partner. Forget my grudge with the mayor for a moment. If anyone has earned this place in this town, it's you.
Wait, how? I'm just a creature, Norm.
You don't give up on people. You didn't even give up on me. Even now, you're still trying to save my hide. I don't care if I sound nuttier than a squirrel should stay in it. Dialtown just can't afford to lose someone like you.
If you're doing this for me, can I ask you just one favor? Please don't please drop the gun.
Funinging, she'll steamroll you.
Oh, believe me, I will.
See?
Shh, I'm trying to save your hide here.
She doesn't deserve mercy, Funinging.
You don't have to do this.
Except I do.
You don't. You have friends now. You don't have to go after all this after all this is over. We outnumber her. We'll stand behind you. That is, if you don't prove her right.
Funinging,
this is your one shot, Norm. To prove years of propaganda wrong. Your one shot to prove the mayor a liar.
I can't believe it. For years I've dreamt of this moment, and you just talked me down from it.
You're your own man, Norm. You're showing mercy because you care about justice. Deep down, you know this shouldn't be your decision alone. This shouldn't be the people's.
Alright, Funinging. I'm backing off. She's all yours.
Do you honestly think that telling your hick friend to holster his pistol changes anything? I am beloved by this town. I am the blood that flows through Dialtown's veins just like my grandfather was. I am the most essential component to this backwater cesspit. Enforcer, no! A liberator! You couldn't dream of achieving even a fraction of what I have. I'm not just going to make Papa remember who he is. Oh no! I'm going to make him proud, damn it! Wait, hold on. Well, I've waited for long enough. I'm going to splay you out in front of the entire town. For the first time in your life, your bones are going to get to see moonlight. Shit, this is real pickle, innit? If you talk like a goddamn British person in my company again, I will do everything in my power to give you a brain aneurysm, you know. What I need is a Deus Ex Machina, damn it! What threads are left remaining? What lore hath remained unrevealed? Man, I don't know. Your backstory slash origin, perhaps? I was likely born in a fast food restaurant ball pit while screaming dead end. Something to do with Randy, maybe? Randy died as he lived, not relevant to any of this. Move on. Bro, Randy doesn't deserve this. That dead raccoon you picked up a year ago, against my best wishes? You can't help me now. He fell apart a year ago like soggy tissue paper. Here's my pitch. Mayor Margot's postcard. Ask to see it then. Quickly scarf it down like a loose slice of cheese and then book it while she's recovering. I'm going to fade the screen now. No, I'm not responsible for what you decide to do once your anatomy is reflected. And before you kill me to fucking death with your gloved hands and such, can I see your postcard up close? What kind of troglodyting, trusty dammy do you take me for? Give me If I handed you the postcard, you'd likely devour it like a slice of white cheddar. Mingus, please, I would never be on the line at this point. Honestly, just incredibly sad. You would obviously do that. You have a problem with that, huh? This is who I am, Mayor Mingle. I'm many things. A maniac, a tax cheat, a felon. But most of all, I like to think I'm a tax cheat. I ain't paying taxes. Shut up. Shut up. Any expected to hand a family heirloom, nay, a family artifact, to any maniac, felon, or tax cheat who just happens to ask? You must truly be a maniac if you think I'd part with a genuine survival attempt. Sample of my grandfather's handwriting. Handwriting? What? Oh, there's an old love letter scrawled to the back of the postcard. One my grandfather wrote for my grandfather back before the dial-up. But the most important thing on this postcard is the vision, his vision, seen in the front. That's Dialtown. His Dialtown. But I've heard both you and Norm speak about what Colin would have wanted. I've never actually heard Colin speak for himself. Outside of heavily reverberated hallucinatory snippets of dialogue, that is. I'm sorry, what? Actually, for what it's worth, I happen to agree with him, Missy. For all the hemming and hawing we've done on the issue, we are both speaking for Callum. Wouldn't it be nicer to hear what he has to say, just this once, even if it's not his very topic? Look, I know what's best here. This letter and all it contains is my family's property. My family, my birthright, mine! Read it, Missy. I want to hear what it says. You can't make me. Actually, I can't. Add it to Voningi, or I'll fire. If you want to know what it says so badly, why don't you just read it yourself then, huh? If you're close enough to hand me the postcard, you're close enough to disarm me. Pass it over to him. We'll give it back to you when we're done reading it, you know. Go ahead then, shoot me! Just try, Mingus! Alright! One glance, then straight back. Let's see here, it says... Alright, I can't read. Yep, exactly as everyone else here can recollect. But anyway, just hand me over the postcard. I'm fine with you getting close. That was the plan after all. No, hold on. Let me try, I got a few words on the last one. Let me try to sound it out. The Dialtown 9-10-6 Silks hot dog. Pah! He's not getting it! Hand it back before he devours it! Boningi, for the love of all that's holy! Just hand me that. No, I can do this! I just need to imagine what he would have written.
My dear Mother.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
It pains me to be away from Dialtown. But I'm glad it's still a town of misfits, just as it was when I left. As the town motto goes, all are welcome here in Dialtown.
Huh.
All are welcome here in Dialtown.
Are you kidding me? That's quotes out of context.
It ain't. What part of all didn't you hear?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to. You two were rogue, dangerous elements. I didn't. You gave me no other choice.
Dear Lord, there's really no excusing any of this. The audacity. You really reckon you knew what your grandpappy wanted even better than he did, huh?
Any wrong that I've done for Dialtown. He would have understood that I merely did what I did to save his vision. If he found out what I've done after I bring him back. Right?
Mingus.
This is definitely a hit to my formerly immaculate worldview. Am I a monster? Good Lord. After spending so long on my own, unable to bring my plan, lost to time, his vision to fruition, the worlds on the back of his postcard seeped away, leaving only a happy photo on the front. Once my last connection to Peepaw faded, I huddled around the only warmth I could still feel when I gazed at the postcard, my burning desire to bring him, his world back to us. I miss him so much, Phoning.
But how can you miss a man you've never really met? He lost his memory before you were born.
I feel that in a way that I have met him. Every time I see someone else make a call on their phone head or write using the typewriter head. Every time I see someone walking with one of his prosthetic limbs. There's a tiny piece of him, everything around us. I see him everywhere. I just wish you could see me too. I just wanted Papa to tell me that he was proud of me.
Hey, now, you've achieved a hell of a lot.
The last time I saw him, he actually looked at me and called me Mala, somehow thinking I was his late grandmother, and he asked me if I'd do it all over with him if I was given the chance. I obviously didn't want to tell him who I really was, that Mama was no longer with us. Forcing him to re-experience that heartbreak all over again, only for it to all be lost alongside his fleeting ludicity moments later. So I answered as if I were her, responding just as I hoped she would have. Yes, my songbird, I would. He stared off, now content, his gaze slowly drifting towards the floor, didn't say another word. I would have given anything to give him that chance for Ning. A chance to make Papa proud.
Man, for what it's worth, I knew President Crown then. Recent mishap aside, if you were here right now, I think he'd tell you that he's mighty proud of you.
You said earlier that he would have hated me.
Right, and you called me a monster, to be fair. I'm happy to go back on my word in an instant, if you are.
I didn't mean to become a monster that I falsely accuse you of being, Norm. I can control everything that happens in this godforsaken town. Dialtown's roads, prisons, taxes, laws, the very public itself, all mine to puppeteer. For crying out loud, I commanded God today, and he knew to respect my authority. But the one thing I can't do is release Pawpaw from his own head.
Well, if every inch of this town is entirely under your jurisdiction, then boy, do you have a mighty fine mess to clean up. After this fire goes out, and these flame critters are all rounded up and removed from the streets of Dialtown, you'll just have to start slapping the mortar on bricks.
Yes, quite. Norm, may I ask, would you know anything about construction?
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, I did roofing and bricklaying for a couple of years before I joined the Air Force. Why'd you ask?
If this whole excruciating escapade has taught me anything, it's that I'm surrounded by incompetent hacks. And I simply cannot trust a single one of them with the task of leading Dialtown's reconstruction efforts. You were a worthy adversary, and one who perhaps almost bested me, so I can't think of anyone better suited to spearhead the effort of rebuilding my city.
So what? You exiled me, tried to kill me, and now you want me to rebuild the very town you threw me out of in the first place?
Yes, and you pressed a gun to my head effective moments ago after burning half of my city to the ground. In fairness, Furor is mostly responsible for the ensuing inferno. Fucker had dynamite. I'm lucky my face still has its signature skin on it. You see what I mean about utter incompetence about my lackeys? Moron! And it goes without saying, Norm, if you were there to do this for me, you would naturally be granted a royal pardon and with it the freedom to live here in peace. But does it also go with saying, royal pardon? You're not the Queen of Dialtown! God damn, it's Queen Elizabeth, she never fucking dies. But does it also go with saying? Yes, which is exactly why I just said it. Ooh, nice. So, that means I'd get to stay with my new friend. I mean, yeah, alright, I did it on the wrong voice. Damn it, there's no signifier, I guess. Well, one condition, that is. Alright, state it. If I'm sticking around, I won't turn a blind eye to injustice. Fire them two queer henchmen, or yours and... Your vernacular makes it difficult to tell if you intended for queer to mean strange or gay. Why would you interrupt me at a point I said such needless distinctions for those two clowns? Apologies, continue. Hire me as a new sheriff. No. What if I was to use one of my own guns? Which means you could add the cost of my pistol and ammunition to your budget in order to launder me a few $100 and buy yourself some fancy, smashy, expensive milk. Astounding! You're not even my sheriff yet and you're already corrupt. Yet. Well, yes, obviously I want the crime milk, the tastiest and most forbidden dairy product. Good. Good. You like my mayor impression? Good. First mandate as sheriff, we need to talk about some of your laws. You know, your particularly draconian ones. We can discuss them later. Alright, then, I'm out. Good luck finding someone else to lead your construction effort. Guess you'll have to put a little Billy in charge of explosives you'll be using for the demolition of those burned buildings, hunks, huh? Oh, good lord! I'd rather fake my own death than move to Roachville and Vegas than even consider that timeline for even a moment longer than is legally necessary. Fine. I'll agree to this one single change now and we'll discuss the rest later. Lower your tax rate by no less than 25% for all citizens in Dialtown. Absolutely not! This town needs a cent allocated to the budget for various necessities and fund my rigorous beauty regimens. Beauty regimen? You're a cat! Cut taxes! You don't understand! Lowering taxes by 25% all across the board would create a budget defect of approximately $1 million! Where do you expect me to get that kind of money from, huh? What's your average yearly salary? Well, it's currently around $1 million. Fine. I guess I'll have nothing but baked beans for the rear. Whatever. That's a mighty fine start, Cattywampus. I reckon that ought to even things out for quite a bit. Now that taxes are shuffling on the way, I only have one last question remaining. What about Funingen? Oh, who cares about? I care. Let my green friend here run amok in the frolic around his fine town whenever he pleases. He ain't harming anyone with this tomfoolery. Oh, alright. Fine, Funingen. Your exile is hereby lifted, and you are pardoned of the inexcusable sin of being your true self. Oh, epic, yeah! You get to live in Dialtown, in a house of your very own, tent. In an apartment of your very own, tent. I'm not letting you take up valuable public space with a tent. Fine! In a tent located in a secluded tent at the park. Oh, for the love of... Fine, in the tent at the park then, I guess. But you can't hurl lit fireworks at swans that wander near your tent anymore without paying the same fine everyone else does for causing illegal swan-related explosive incidents, that is. There's a mighty large sacrifice, but all right, I guess. Your sacrifice is appreciated. A new day is dawning on Dialtown. I can feel it. This ending is fucking something else. Wow. So I'm guessing That was it.
So thanks for being with us today, Norm. After a years-long exile, you're back in Dialtown.
That's right, Rachel.
It's just literally a MacBook.
Riveting. Could you please enlighten us as to what you've experienced and learned since your now recanted exile?
Well, I'm an old soul, and boy, have I seen a lot. Just as much after the exile as before, I guess. Like it or not, solitude changes a man. Forces you to address a fundamental part of yourself that most people never even seen. But I find that abject misfortune tends to either totally break or make a man, you know? Plus, I guess it wasn't so bad being alone for so long. I had good company.
Fascinating. Is there anything you'd like to say to the residents of Dialtown in the spirit of moving forward? No profanity, please.
Why, yes, there is. Look, I spent many years stewing in my own acrid juices. Wretched imagery aside, I know better than anyone that a caustic heart consumes its owner. When society itself has transformed you from a man to an outcast, made you out to be a monster, it can be difficult not to become the very monster that they claim you are. It can be difficult not to prove them right. I came close to doing just that. But someone saved me. A green messiah who ended up teaching me more in one day than my bitter mind had conceptualized in years.
Hey, yo, that's me!
When you say Green Messiah, are you talking about the goblin who lives in a tent at the park?
Well, yeah, I am. Looks can be deceiving, you know. Just as I was misjudged, they've been too.
Really? How so? What did they teach you?
Their lessons gave me a multitude of epiphanies. Taught me that my happiness is in my own hands, and that nobody else is going to ensure that I live a happy life. That I'm good just as I am. That I shouldn't change myself for the sake of being similar to other people, but instead, seek a future where I'm the best version of myself, not the person the world expects me to be. But most of all, my watermelon-hued friend gave me hope, something I lacked for a long time. I didn't know how badly I missed it till I felt it again. And you know, the funny thing is someone like that, someone so strange and whimsical, someone who barely resembles a human, so different and spurned, could hold such inherent wisdom and contentedness. Maybe there's hope for me after all. Maybe for all of us. Maybe things can get better. Maybe we can make the world brand new again.
Inspirational. Norm, thank you so much for coming on the show. I just have one question for you before we sign off. Where is your green friend? Could they not join you here today?
Oh, I'm sure they have a very important event to attend.
Is it the eggs? It better not be the fucking eggs, man. It's the eggs! Could it be? What did it even turn out to be? Dear God, abominations! Holy fuck, they're repulsive! Oh my God, they're just like their old man! Dear God! I hate every single one of them! Holy shit! Especially that one! This was a waste, damn it! This has all been for naught! Oh my God! It's an abomination of a creature, of nature! Credit to some truly deranged people. I'm guessing people who supported the game. Yeah, they're definitely deranged. Doggman, recent sighting. Shit. Doing a big creating of many such things. Oh yeah, this is the credits for the people who created the game. Well, as I do in every playthrough, I'm going to give a short review at the end. I'm just gonna ignore the credits and assume that you can read it on your own. This has been Dialtown. What a fucking weird game. I have to say, probably one of the funniest games I've ever played. And I've played a lot of fucking games. This is probably, this one has gotten me the most. This has had some really good fucking moments. If there's it's fucking crazy how a comedy game has taught me more than, fuck, I don't think I watch anything educational, actually. The most I watch is horror stories of war and shit. Let me tell you, white phosphorus does not look pretty, apparently. But, yeah, apparently this is the most educational thing I've done in a while. It's a very funny game. It's really fucking long for some reason. Not as long as a lot of other playthroughs I do, but really fucking long. I have to. It's not as. There's definitely been playthroughs that have been longer. God forbid. And has I don't think anything has yet to pass the Breath of the Wild playthrough. That shit was. That shit never ended. But yeah, it's a fun long game. The graphics are actually pretty decent. I like the artwork around here, and it's got a lot of charm to it. And you know what? The gameplay isn't much, but it's a visual novel. It doesn't have to be much. It just has the good writing. That's what it does. So if you're looking for a game that's really fucking funny and I guess not too taxing on like gameplay wise, this is it. This is it right here. I didn't know dogs can be blue. There must be some sort of skin disease. Designing Dialtown's logo as well as Dialtown's town flag. Drawing my hideous mug in game. Thanks. Displaying copious amounts of patience whenever I sent a weird meme involving purple fast food mascots our way. Oh dear lord, it must be torture. So, on a scale from 1 through 10, what would I give Dialtown? Nothing. I don't do ratings. I don't think I've ever done ratings. Oh yeah, let me start now at this random game. No, but I have to say, this is definitely one of the best games I played on channel Olaterrio. Definitely up there. And I have to say, I thought the ending was about to be like the ending of A Hat in Time, where they kicked the character out, but no, it went for something different. And you know what? That's fine. I was about to say I called it or some shit, but nah. I guess I'm not a man of the future after all. Body models. Like 4 of them? Me. Oliver Hoodwink. Thanks, man. Ah, my god. Imagining black box. For copyright reasons, not weird reasons. You can't convince me otherwise. Wait, who did footing? What? I still have so many fucking questions. I have so many questions, but I don't care to answer them. I forgot to talk about the music. Pretty good. That's it. That was Dialtown, everybody. I loved this game. Boy, has it been a great 4 hours. My back might hurt like hell. It might be 4 a.m. in the middle of the goddamn night as I'm screaming at the top of my lungs about a 6-nippled man who burned down a city with the fucking space cowboy next to him. But goddamn, a new day is upon us, everybody. This was a fucking banger of a time. I'll definitely not be able to upload this as one fucking video because there's no way I'm getting this out on time. But it's definitely gonna be a very long episode. I guess an hour each, which is still fucking long as hell. In fact, I might not even be able to upload a video. It might be too taxing for the computer. Attribution which is legally demanded of me. Dialtown's original game soundtrack composed by Nathan Hen of... Well, that's fucking cut out. That happens a few times throughout the game. The text just gets cut out. I don't know what happens there. I don't know if there's a setting to increase the resolution. I don't care to find out. And that's just what happens, I guess. But hey, we get to see... Oh, freesounds.org. I actually heard of that one a while before. Creative Commons. Yeah. If I ever create something, it's going to Creative Commons. Welp! This has been a fucking journey. I guess one benefit of playing this game for long enough is now I'm slightly better at voice acting. And by voice acting, I mean I could put my voice for a fucking cheese grater and it won't immediately die. Immediately. It'll still fucking die. But hey, I've improved my, stamina, I guess? Alright, you know what, fuck it. This experience has been shit. 0 out of 10. This game is terrible. Why the fuck would I ever play this? Huge ass beers! That just sums up the entire experience. The entire fucking experience. Oh, fuck. This game feels like an acid trip. It feels like I was just on shrooms for the entire ride. Fucking criminy. The person who wrote this was on fucking shrooms. There's no way you can be sober and write this. There's no way a sober man could write this shit. I wonder if you get an AI to actually write this shit. The swan at the park, you know what you did. Scott Cawthon for giving me a pep talk when I was at my lowest. Thanks, Dad. Oh, and directly inspiring the upcoming ending screen. Wait, what? Yeah, whatever. Sure, it's not an important actual fact or anything. There's this one person left to thank. When you are ready, you may proceed to the final screen of the game. If it's a giant finger saying to you, I'm gonna fucking give this game a 0 out of 10. I will fucking do it. I will fucking do it. I fucking knew it! Get out of here, kid! 0 out of 10! Dialtown actually sucks, bitch! I win! But that was Dialtown, everybody. Olaterrio, blow out Greg in the corner there if you can. We're not dealing with that fucking monstrosity today. Thank you all so much for watching and joining me on this incredible journey. I hope I never have to play this game ever again, lest I lose more of my brain cells. That was it. We've unlocked the extras at least. Let's take a look at them before we exit. Back to the main menu, behind the music, making of Dialtown's assets, character sheets and stuff, and legal disclaimer. You know what? I'll leave it up to you guys to buy the game and finish it and then go to the credits for the extras. I will see it on my own time because we are, I don't know if this is a price to you, but we are 4 fucking hours over the time limit! But yeah, I am so, I love this game, man, but I'm tired of shit. I'm done. Thank you all so much for watching. I love this game, and I'll see you guys at the next adventure, whatever it may be. Bye-bye!